Hello class and welcome to week 2. Last week we started our learnings in module 1, which is about vulnerable populations. We looked at how they are defined and what characteristics make a population vulnerable. You also had the opportunity to watch the video on unnatural causes, which looked at a lot of different possibilities about unnatural causes and information about access to care and the relationship, the socioeconomic status of a person, their environment, or even genetics. When I watched the video myself, I found that it was interesting that we ranked number 30 in life expectancy and ponder how is that possible in a time where we have so many resources available, healthcare resources, technological advances as well. I also found it very interesting when they shared the information about the identical twins and how twins who live together up until a certain age of adulthood, and they may go on different career paths. Perhaps one is more successful than the other, and how this impacts their health. As we move into week 2, we're going to continue working in module 1 on vulnerable populations, and we'll be talking more in depth about social determinants of health and health disparities. And what are health disparities? The factors or attributes that influence or impact the state of health of populations. And this may include one's age, their race, genetics, what makes them prone to certain conditions or diseases. It may be access to care, whether they have limited or no access at all. And this includes, insurance, or whether or not they're uninsured or have limited insurance. Their socioeconomic status. Health literacy, how much do they understand about their own health and manage to care for themselves, their own self-management of care. It could include environmental factors and also geographical locations. And how do we use data analysis and information technology to look at trends and prevalence amongst populations? Which leads us into social determinants of health. The circumstances in which people are born and enculturated into, that we grow in, that we live in every day, that we work and are influenced by. And these things are also influenced by financial reasons or political reasons or shifts of power and resources, locally, nationally, and geographically, and also globally. So this week, I want you to please review your readings in your textbook, chapters 3 and 4, and it'll get more in depth about social determinants of health. Also, look at the links provided to you in Blackboard that has resources available as well, such as to the WHO organization and other resources that talk about social determinants of health and health disparities. You'll find these links in Module 2 under Week 2 folder. This week, you will also have the opportunity to look at another video that looks at disadvantaged neighborhoods and the influences they have on one's health. It also talks about the day-to-day life of how people struggle and worry about how they're going to pay for, to have a roof over their head, how they're going to pay for food and take care of their families, or if they're living in locations that, they may be prone, or their children may be prone to get involved with people who may not be a good influence on them as they see it. And how these stressors and worries impact one's physical and mental health as well. This week's lesson, you'll have your social determinants of health lesson and assignment activity. And this information we hope will facilitate and support your learning on this subject matter. This week you will have discussion board 1, and this requires an initial post and 2 pair responses. Please review your course calendar for your assignment due dates. And if you have any questions or need assistance, please communicate with me. You may use the Ask the Faculty tab located in Blackboard or email me directly. Thank you and have a great week.